Hello folks, Alloutdoor1 here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm just going to be showing you a little something I've been working on. As you all know, I like my gear and my kits, and this is a micro survival kit I've been working on. In practical terms, yeah, obviously a kit of this size isn't going to give you much capability, but I've tried to select a good number of tools that fitted nicely into the smallest container, and I think this kind of does the job. I think the best micro survival kit, or one of the best should I say, that I've seen on YouTube is this guy called, I think he's called MeZillch. I'll try and find the link for you and provide it on screen at the moment. But he builds really nice kits. I like his methodology, and this is kind of my response, I suppose, to some of his micro survival kits. Okay, so first thing you'll notice is that it has a panel here which is glow in the dark. If I just kill the lights off in here just for a second, you'll see that where I've placed the torch it glows up nice and brightly. If you charge up the whole panel and give it a good 2 or 3 hour charge in sunlight, then at night this will give off plenty of light to see what you're doing in a quite a small enclosed area. You know, you'll be able to see outlines of shapes, and you know, ultimately could save you a lot of battery power by not using your torches, etc. Okay, so that's the outside. It's just a little plastic container, and we'll just go ahead and get into it. So first things first, ha ha ha, 2 water purification tablets, individually sealed, enough for 1 litre each. Obviously this is a micro survival kit, so you're not going to do much better than that with a kit this size. Next up we have 1 mini light stick, 8 hours worth of light coming out of that. Good for, you know, close-up work, seeing what you're doing, marking a trail, etc. Next up we have a mini micro pencil wrapped in a good few feet of Gorilla Tape. Obviously this enables you to easily leave notes, messages, or draw up maps of areas, etc. Lots of uses for a little pencil. And obviously the Gorilla Tape, great for repairs and even first aid, and a multitude of other uses. Very good multi-purpose item. Next up we have a little mini torch. This is just a twist on, twist off, about 10 lumens out of this one. Yeah, good solid construction on there. Runs on lithium batteries, so good shelf life on the batteries as well, and good little source of light. Obviously you can charge your glow in the dark items with this, and yeah, if you need to move around at night time, this also gives you that capability. Next up we've got a little striker that I've removed from just a regular cigarette lighter. There's also a spare flint in there, so you've got plenty of sparks to ignite tinder with, etc. Next up we've got a little candle that I've made. Basically I've just wrapped some cotton twine and just covered it in wax basically, so once the spark catches on these fluffy bits up here, it'll burn as a candle does for a good couple of minutes. And I've just put it in this heat shrink tubing just to keep it from spreading and getting all the rest of the kit dirty in there. Also, as it is heat shrink tubing, you can even use it as a little handle whilst you're lighting a fire, or using it as a little light. Next up in here we've got a glow in the dark lure for fishing. This can be used for either night or daytime fishing. Apparently you can get good success with carp, taking that advice from a good friend of mine who's an experienced fisherman. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of sweet corn, I suppose, but good, as you can actually use it at night, as it does glow in the dark once you've charged it up a bit, so just more likely to catch a fish's eye on the water. Next up, we have about 6 foot of Technora 200 pound breaking strain cord. It's a little braid. Now this is really tough stuff. You can use this for fishing line, no problem. Equally, you can use this to make snares with. It will easily trap small game. Obviously, you can unwind the braid and get smaller, thinner strands of the cord, which you can subsequently use for clothing repair, making things, etc., etc. Okay, next up we have a little Spyderco bug. You know, you can do quite a lot with such a small blade. Perfect for small carving tasks, for example, game and fish prep, etc. Obviously, all the good stuff that you can normally do with a blade. Perfect sized for this kind of micro survival kit, in my opinion. Last few things we have in here. We have a fire steel, little micro fire steel, to be used in conjunction with the striker. Last few items in here, got a couple of small sewing needles. Obviously these can be turned into fishing hooks if necessary, and a small eyelet can be used in conjunction with the Technora braid for stitching, clothing repair, etc. So I thought I'd put 2 in there, you know, just in case you lose one. Also, you can make a rudimentary compass using one of these, believe it or not. And yeah, obviously a good multiple use item. Next up in there we have a couple of small fishing hooks. These are good quality ones, not cheapies, so should be able to catch quite a few fish on those. Obviously put them at the end of the Technora again to have yourself a little fishing line. And then the final item in there was a couple of safety pins, obviously clothing repair, patch up jobs. Again, you can make these into fishing hooks, for example, puncturing little holes in things, lots of uses there. So I think you'll agree that's quite a lot of capability in a package of just this little size. Now, would I personally want to rely on a kit of this size? Absolutely not. Obviously, if I'm going out to any kind of wilderness locations, I've got all my regular bushcrafting kit with me, so this would pretty much be superfluous. The only purpose of these I can find is as an absolutely last ditch survival kit. Literally something that you just keep in your pocket at all times, so you have these basic emergency survival items with you always. One thing obviously that's immediately noticeably missing from this setup is a compass, but again, you know, there are other means to give you direction even at night time. So ultimately, although a very useful item, you can do without one. As always, look forward to hearing people's comments and suggestions, and as always, thank you very much for watching. All your support is genuinely appreciated. This is Alloutdoor1 signing out for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.